So I guess we're gonna get to this. Let's get to it.
That's just background music.
You're not licensed to use this.
I'm not using the track properly, huh?
I hate this, man.
We're gonna do it eventually, right? First of all, it's my mom's birthday. I was at her birthday dinner, which I'm dressed like this. This is Kush. Him and Ikram, our business partner, on this new venture we're working on called Street Culture. We don't have a logo yet, so it's not going to be up. But I want to talk a little bit about the business and what it is, and get Kush off of his camera consciousness. Because I don't know if you can tell, but he gets really awkward on camera.
Thanks for this has to be out, huh? This has to be edited out.
What else you edited out?
The part where I'm awkward. Like this part. Like this part in between.
So Kushna is really like into fashion and shoes in general, right? And we talk about shoes like all the time. So we reached a point where we looked around and we were like, there's no real sneaker culture in the country. Which is where we figured that there's a huge market to do something of this.
When we looked into this, we discovered that it is kind of sort of there, but it's not as fast as it is everywhere else. So like, but people may know of certain products, they're not very well aware of when these things drop, what their worth is today. They don't know how resale works, and basically we want to bring that in here. We want to get people as hyped about the clothes and the shoes as we are.
Yeah, mostly because this works, right? It's not like we're just a very small community in the whole world who's obsessed with these things. It's a very large market which is already well established across the world. So we figured that we could bring that here, deal with some slow growth, but we'll still be first in line doing what we are. So after a lot of debate on what our model should be, we finally come to the decision of what we're going to be doing over the next few months is we're going to be hiring a few cinematographers, editors to work out of our office to be creating content on a regular basis. So we'll obviously be sitting and designing the content. We'll be running a newsletter about just the general update on what's working with the sneaker world, general market education, stuff like that. We'll be doing videos and stuff about the same stuff and putting them out on a regular basis. Which means Kush will definitely have to stop being awkward on camera.
We are doing a lot in terms of education because, we're not looking to pander to the small pre-existing market. We want to help this thing grow because there are enough people who spend on clothes anyways, right? You're going to want to, if you got the money, you're going to probably want to buy some stupid, flashy, crap MS belt. No offense to people who have it already.
Like, Ikram.
Ikram. One of our partners.
There's three of us in order he had to get home, but Ikram.
So instead of buying a belt, instead of buying a stupid Hackett polo, and we want to show people how there's these different brands that are cool and currently socially relevant also. Everyone here follows hip hop music today. That's hip hop artists are the people we look up to. Look at how all of them dress, and
I know it usually looks like they're all really whack, but it's just moving forward with how the whole world of fashion is. Street culture is really trending right now. Street fashion is kind of where fashion is moving.
There are pre-existing big players in the sneaker segment also. Like there's Off-White, there's Supreme, there's Babe. But even apart from them, other high-end fashion luxury brands are also moving towards streetwear to remain relevant. Gucci's latest line is a very streetwear inspired. Louis Vuitton had to literally collaborate with Supreme, and these are brands that we don't really
The idea is that if you wear a hoodie and a t-shirt and tracks, it doesn't necessarily have to be extremely casual. Where fashion is moving is the idea of dressing things up like tracks, just simple tracks. John Elliott, a very famous designer based out of the US, he made tracks high fashion with the designs that he put out, and that's the whole point of how fashion is. That's basically how fashion is moving.
So for the next few months, in fact for the next few years hopefully, we want to do a lot towards educating the people here about why streetwear is relevant, why people should make the shift. So there's going to be weekly podcasts, there's going to be newsletters, we're going to have a website.
We're going to do makeovers for people.
We're going to help you guys. Like if you've got money, we can probably tell you what kind of looks we can suggest to you.
Yeah, and no matter how much money you have, the thing is that already people would be, and it's just we're starting with shoes because as a market, shoes is also a lot bigger, and you'd spend maybe. If you have the money, you'd spend 30-40 grand on a pair of shoes, but spending that kind of money on just the sweater would be absolutely preposterous. It would be preposterous to even either of us right now, right?
Preposterous to you guys now. Our goal is to change your thought in the next
and
year.
make you spend your money right.
Yeah, exactly. Like the next year you guys should be willing to spend 80 on that sweater.
Sure. But the whole point is just get out of this convention and this rut that we're all stuck up in. The dressing up is necessarily a suit, or dressing up is a Hackett polo and loafers and why is it not moving forward with rare sneakers and something whack, and something more unique where you can express yourself a lot better through your fashion? That's how it works, and that's what we want to bring here.
Like, not taking away from these these styles already. A suit is still very stylish.
Timeless. A suit's timeless.
A suit's timeless, and and of course you're not gonna look to streetwear when you want to dress formally. But why not look at this as an alternative form of dressing? Why do people have to either be extremely casual, looking stupid, or people have to be extremely formal? Like, there's.
I think it's really thoda sa ironic that we're speaking about dressing uniquely when I'm wearing.
No, but the point is, people assume that when they're home, they should be wearing tracks and joggers and like loose t-shirts.
And sneakers. And sneakers are not just running shoes. There's
And
so much
sneakers
more.
are not just superstars.
Sneakers
Guys,
are not
throw
just
away
superstars.
your superstars. And the next year, we aim to make everyone here who also does throw them away. Hopefully, burn them. Stop wearing superstars.
Also fix a lot that's wrong with fashion journalism in the country already. I mean, companies like, I think even BuzzFeed, Scoopoo, Men's XP. Again, BuzzFeed does some decent stuff, so does Scoopoo. But Men's XP does some totally messed up articles on fashion.
Do not look to these Indian so-called web journalists for fashion. These guys are far behind in terms of catching up than even we. So they write some crap articles.
And the thing is that, again, it's not their fault. This is just how much, what we're trying to do is learn a lot more and bring the whole idea here. When we move forward with fashion, it shouldn't just be wearing a bright red suit made of like velvet or some shit to a wedding. That's not being unique. Unique is putting together a oversized sweater with like the right shorts, properly layered, and pairing it with a crazy ass pair of retro sneakers, which no one thought you would. It's just a whole new way of expressing yourself, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful world. The whole world of fashion is magnificent.
I mean, some of you, I'm sure, already know our streetwear, and trust us, this is gonna catch up eventually anyway. 5 years later, something like maybe like people, the 10th graders of today are gonna by then their first years like us are gonna wanna probably wear streetwear only. It's gonna catch up anyway. We're just accelerating the process for you guys.
Yeah.
No one's forcing you guys to do anything. At the end of the day,
We're just trying to introduce you to a new way of dress. It's not about converting people, but there are people who feel would enjoy some things like this anyway, and that's what we want to show them.
It starts with shoes. So okay, now look at let's say I am to go to a Tod's, for example. Tod's is a very well-renowned brand of shoes. They make really expensive loafers. When you go to, if you have the money and you go to a Tod's store, that time it's very easy to justify to yourself why you're spending 30 or 40,000 rupees on a pair of loafers, because you're like, this is Tod's, it's a big brand. When if I tell you that here's this shoe called Adidas Yeezy that goes for 50,000 rupees today, you're gonna be like, what the hell? It's an Adidas. This is what we want to change. It's not just an Adidas. Why these sneakers are so expensive is because they're exclusive. Like,
because they're
if you have 40,000 rupees to spend, you can buy an expensive loafer that anyone can buy from any other major tall store around the world. Or you can buy Yeezys that maybe you and only a couple of other 100 people are wearing in the world.
And probably like
That should stick out.
just a few more in your city. The idea is to be unique in what you're doing and be more representative of yourself as a person, as to what you are.
So that's one thing I want to introduce. Exclusivity is why sneakers sell. It's not about the brand. Stop looking at the fact that it's an Adidas and it's a Nike. And Adidas and Nike necessarily have to mean sports shoes only. Hopefully a lot of you know what NMDs are, but we're also going to get into that a lot. And we're just okay.
Trying to just show you different kinds of shoes, what their role in sneaker culture is, how you can dress them up, stuff like that. That's basically what I've been working on with these guys, and we're super excited. What we need right now is, in terms of help, we're looking for people. We're looking for interns in terms of videography, in terms of editing, in terms of content development, content writing. If you're passionate about something like this, hit us up on my email here, DM either of us on Instagram, and let's talk. Together we can develop something pretty big, huh? Basically what we're trying to do here. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on with these guys the past few days, and hopefully let's see if we can develop this into something big in the future. That's about it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Good night.